Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Destiny Bradshaw and I welcome you with open arms and an open heart. Now today we will be discussing some very sensitive topics. So if you are sensitive or triggered by child abuse or child neglect, please go ahead and click out the video. This video is mainly here to give advice and clarity on how to heal childhood trauma. So if you are a person that has been through this situation and it's sensitive for you, then I would suggest clicking onto a different video. However, if you are here divinely guided by God to receive this insight, then go ahead and stay tuned. Now, I want to go ahead and start off this video by saying that I'm not trying to demonize anyone that I speak about in this video. I love all of the people, regardless of what situation or what circumstances we've been through. I love everyone that I have come in contact with throughout my life, and I honor every soul lesson that I go through because I know that God sent this experience to me for a reason. He sent this experience to me in order for me to learn. And I'm not saying that people learn or people always grow from these situations, because I know from my own personal experiences of having friends that have been through similar experiences, they have dealt with these situations in different ways. So I'm not saying that going through childhood abuse or childhood trauma is going to make you strong. I'm not trying to be that person. I'm just going to voice my opinion on experiences that I have been through, and I'm going to try to give the best advice that I can based on my own personal experience. And this is not to, like I said, demonize anyone, and this is not to victimize anyone. And if you are or have been a victim of childhood abuse, I'm always sending you light and love, and I'm praying for you, because I feel like everyone goes through stuff, and it's always important that we make sure to have empathy for everyone. And that's the type of person that I am. I like to openly discuss how I feel with others, and I listen a lot. I try to practice active listening. So I don't want anyone to feel like I'm trying to demonize the people that I talk about in these videos, or that I'm trying to push an agenda, because that's not my intentions. My intentions are pure, and they're only to help and guide the people that click on this video. So I want to start out with saying that I came from a pretty big family. My family consists of 5 siblings. I am the middle child, and I mean, as you know, the whole middle child scenario tends to be the whole situation where we happen to be the black sheep in the family. And I was a black sheep, or I feel like I was a black sheep. But it's okay, because I feel like the black sheep is a beautiful thing. I didn't always have the best experiences when it came to my family dynamic, but I can tell you that it helped my family grow, and it helped us really evaluate how we treat each other and how we treat ourselves. Now, I want to say that my family had some substance issues, both my mom and dad, so that could have played a role in why we were put in certain situations or certain experiences had to happen. But I feel like overall, and this is not to point fingers at people that have substance abuses, because everyone deals with it, but I feel like it played a role in some of the things that I'm going to talk about. And if you do have a substance abuse, like I said, I'm not pointing the finger at you, and I'm not trying to demonize you. Like I said, everyone has their issues, and everyone heals differently. So I'm sending you love, and I'm sending you healing. Now, my mom had substance issues, and For a long time, when I lived with her, when it was just me and my mom and my sister, and she had separated from my dad, I noticed that my mom was going through her own personal issues, and she tended to project a lot of her negativity onto us, specifically me, because I feel like everyone has to have a scapegoat or somebody they have to target, or not say have to target, because no one has to target anyone, but most of the time abusers have a certain person that they tend to target when it comes to their abuse. Now this could go differently for many different people. Like, I know for some, they said that their whole family was abused. I felt like my mom really targeted me a lot due to the fact that, like I said, she had her own personal issues that she was going through. And at the time, I felt like I was just alone and I was depressed. And for many years, I really didn't feel like I could sympathize with anyone, because my mom had gone through her own abuse as a child. So going to her was like a no-go. Like, you can't really go to an attacker or anyone that's attacking you. So it was hard for me to cope with that. Not feeling like I can like talk to my mom, not feeling like I can go to my dad, because like I said, my mom and my dad had separated around the time, and my mom was very manipulative, and she kind of controlled the situation a lot when it came to visitation and when my dad could see me and my sister. So I just really felt isolated, and I felt like I couldn't really go to anyone. And my other siblings had been through the same type of abuse, but they lived with my grandma at the time, and my grandma had her own situation that she was going through with trying to raise my mom's kids. So I felt like I really couldn't sympathize with them either, because I feel like we all had been going through this same similar cycle of abuse, and it was learned and picked up from, I feel like it started from my grandma. My grandma is a very strong-willed woman, and I felt like she didn't show a lot of love in the household due to the fact that she really believed in tough love. So I felt like that kind of trickled down into my family, and my mom had the same type of conditioning to where she felt like she didn't have to show love, and it was supposed to be tough love all the time. And I'm extremely against showing tough love now because of the experiences that I've had with my family. I believe that it did make me strong in some aspects, but it also kind of gave me anxieties. It gave me trauma. But let's not focus on the negative. Let's focus on how to heal these things. Now, while I was going through the neglect and the abuse with my mom, I was going through my own stages as a teenager, and it was really hard for me to be able to communicate how I was feeling. I feel like a lot of it was repressed emotions, and I felt like I could never fully communicate how I felt. So around this time, I want to say it was around high school, I was a freshman, and I started to think about committing suicide, and I was actually hospitalized a couple of times due to the fact that, like I said before, I was going through a lot of issues with being able to express myself, and I felt like I kind of, in a way, allowed my own repressed emotions to get the better of me, and it caused me to have this whole I feel like breakdown, where I just didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to really be here, to be honest. And I know that seems like so, like, what's the word for it? Some people would be like, what the hell? Like, everyone goes through stuff. Like, why would you want to take your life? But when you are going through depression and you have been abused and you have low self-esteem, you're not in the right mental space. And I feel like I wasn't in the right mental space. And around this time, the school had called and got me a counselor, and I was receiving counseling. However, I was still dealing with, like I said, the neglect and the abuse at home. And I was not only receiving it from my mom, I was also receiving it from my grandma as well. Because like I told you in the beginning, my grandma was really tough. She was really big on tough love and not really expressing her emotions or being in her feminine energy. It was always a masculine energy, but a toxic masculine energy, to where she would mentally and emotionally break us down every single day. In the morning, when you got up in the morning, you heard you were never going to be nothing in life. You're never going to succeed. And my mom was more of the physical aspect of slapping you around, hitting you, telling you that you're fat and ugly and things such as that. And now I realize that a lot of these attacks were their own projections. It was insecurities that they felt either in their past or they were currently feeling. And I feel like they were projecting those energies onto us. And because I was the type of person that really wouldn't voice my opinion or stand up for myself, I feel like I was kind of the scapegoat when it comes to some of these attacks. And like I said, I'm not demonizing these people. I love my family. And I respect my mom and my grandma a lot. And I felt like a lot of these experiences have taught me how to heal properly and how to come at every situation with love instead of hate. Because I could be one of those people that hold on to that anger and take it out on those people every single chance that I get, but I don't want to do that. And when I say those people, I'm not trying to like make it seem like I'm separate from my family, because me and my family talk every day. I love my family. But right now, where I'm at in life is I'm setting boundaries, and I realize that my worth, I realize who I am as a person. And me and my family still have issues that we go through. We still have times or that we have to take a step back and separate each other or separate ourselves from each other in order to breathe and to heal. So I'm not trying to, like I said, demonize my family. I realize that every experience that I've gone through is here to help me become a better person. And I'm not saying that abuse and child neglect is going to make anyone stronger by any mean, because there's some people, like I said, that go through experiences like this and it really, really traumatizes them and it really takes a toll on their spirit. You get what I'm saying? So based on my own personal experience, I mean, I can say that I've grown from it, but I can't speak for everyone. So I just want to make it a thing not to point the finger at the victim or the abuser. Because at the end of the day, we're all just pointing fingers instead of pointing fingers back at ourselves and saying, well, we need to heal within ourselves. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said in the beginning, this video is not to point the finger, and it's not to subject anyone else to this type of treatment. It's only to bring awareness to this situation. And I feel like the more that I bring awareness to it and I vent about it, it helps me heal. And whoever comes across this video, it may help you heal. Now, from my own personal experience and how I've helped myself heal is letting go of the need to hold resentment. Because I know a lot of people, when they go through experiences like this, they tend to hold on to resentment. And they tend to have this belief system of, this person hurt me, so I want to hurt them. But that's not the way to go about it, because that's not how you properly heal. I feel like the way to properly heal is to release resentment and to forgive that person, not for them, but for you. Because when you forgive that person and you release that energetic blockage within yourself, it helps you heal. It helps you release that generational trauma that you've experienced. Because we all go through experiences like this, and I feel like the more that we open up about it and really take the time to express ourselves instead of holding it in, because I feel like for so many years I've held it in. And that's the reason why I never really felt comfortable about talking about it. And when I always went to mental hospitals, I never felt like I really got the help I needed because I was still holding on to that hurt and that pain. And every time I would go for help, or I would run away, or, do something crazy to get, attention, it was all because I was hurting on the inside and I didn't know how to express that properly. And now that I'm an adult and I'm able to understand my emotions and express my emotions, I know how to transmute the negativity of my experiences and use it to fuel myself and use it as my power. Because I feel like if you hold on to the negative aspects of your experience, you're going to continue this whole cycle of hurt and pain. But if you can somehow, in some way, find light in these situations, you can heal. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading there. I hope y'all, not the reading. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I hope that you've gotten a little enlightenment out of this video. Like I said before, I'm not pointing fingers at no one. I know that every experience that I've gone through is to help me step into my highest power, and I fully accepted and forgiven my mom, and I love my mom, and I feel that we all need to do the same, and we all need to learn how to accept and move forward when it comes to whatever experiences that we may go through. So I'm sending you all light and love, and I hope you all have a blessed day.